Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It is Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. It is 6:24 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:24 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Welcome to the show. This is a show that I officially get started in 6 minutes where I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day. Good morning, Shake and Bake. Hey, Night Truck. Hey, One-Liner, Hector, Alice, Tess, Topher. Hey, Ted, Nugget, Denny, Bill, Jill. Did y'all coordinate that? I like it. Alejandro. Hey, Paula. Sir Fernando. Another Lori. That's just what the world needs. Omar, perfect. Thank you, Night Truck. My thoughts and prayers are with the people in the Caribbean, the Grenada, or is it Grenada? Horrible hurricane. I hope all of you are out of harm's way. Hi, Donice. Is it Denise? Mernon. Hey, Adrian. Spaceball. Good morning. Man, do I have the best job ever. I love charts. This needs to be like a self-help group or whatever you call that, like Charts Anonymous. Hi, my name is Lori and I have a problem and it's charts. Is it a problem? No, I have solutions. Hey, Austin, welcome. This is a show where I'm going to go over the indices, ES, NQ, the Russell, Dow. I'll just touch on crypto. I'll do commodities, do my 4 Wheel of Fortune names, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, and then I have my Queen of the Mountain names. And I take a few chart requests for the next 4 or 5 minutes just to get my TA muscles warmed up and get my brain matched up with my mouth as best I can. So let's look at PLTR for Hector, my friend. Okay, PLTR, a daily lower high is the more likely scenario compared to 2657. Total good vibes, Gary, absolutely. 4-hour is healthy uptrend. Hourly, we're holding the EMAs. I say as long as we're holding those EMAs, bulls are in control, but bears will be sharpening their claws around that 2657. A pullback is definitely worth a potential buy for a daily high or low. Hi, your name is Chemo and you like charts too? Same. Hey, Felix in Panama. Hey, JJ, you're new here? Hey, Andrew, our little Autobot thing is very temperamental. If you use a lot of emojis, it'll kind of time you out. I'm sorry about that, but hello in Sydney. Okay, back to the top. Jolts. Yep, Jolts will jolt us in 3 minutes. Actually, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So Jolts is this morning. They're expecting 7.96 million. Fed Chair Powell. Nope, sorry, Jolts is at 10 a.m. I lied. Some of these data points that don't come out at 8:30, they throw me off. So Jolts will be at 10 a.m. and Fed Chair Powell will be speaking in an hour. So both of those have the possibility of moving the market moving events. Sorry about that, I misspoke on the time. NTNX for Denny. All right. See, this is why I jump on early. My brain's got to get warmed up. NTNX, daily 50 MA at 60.87. We got a little gap up happening here. 4-hour is likely overbought. Yep. 4-hour overbought, looking for a weekly lower high. We don't have a clear resistance. That's the problem. This could be a good top fish. I don't know if it had news yesterday. But usually gap ups are for selling, gap downs are for buying. That is just a general rule of thumb, not an absolute, just a general rule of thumb. All right. Ung is a nightmare. If you're a bull, it's a nightmare. If you're a bear, you are in heaven. Potential monthly bear flag. Monthly high or low is possible compared to 1387. No signs of it being put in at all. No appetite from these bulls. Zero. Nada. Da nada. Nope, it's not nada. All right, one more and then we'll get started. VKTX for Alejandro. VKTX. Daily higher high. Has enough room for a daily higher low, potentially. We're rejecting at the daily 26 EMA. Potential weekly bear flag. That's not a good look. That's not a chart you want to take home to mom. No, no, no. On the monthly, you are looking for a monthly higher low, but again, you would definitely hide her out from your Meemaw. Not a cute chart, not a good look. Anybody else have a Meemaw? I had the best Meemaw on earth. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. Hi, good morning. This is who I am right there. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. What I do here every morning is I look at this handy dandy table. It's a way for me to communicate to you in a more objective way if I'm looking more bullish or bearish. And this morning, I'm definitely looking a little more bearish than bullish. However, that's with an asterisk footnote. We just hit yesterday's low and we held. So we'll see if that can hold up throughout the morning. And again, Fed Chair Powell speaks in 58 minutes, jolts at 10 a.m. Got big data tomorrow. We got a half day tomorrow. And then we're off Thursday. And then Friday's a full day and more data. So let me give you my holiday spiel. So in general, generally speaking, now again, this is not a hard and fast rule, just generally speaking, you have lower volume on holiday weeks. Lower volume because the big traders are off the desk. The professional traders that trade in institutions, they're off the desk. They're in the Hamptons. Okay, so they're in the Hamptons having fun. And the younger, newer traders or more inexperienced traders are on the desk. More inexperienced traders are more comfortable trading bullishly than bearishly. So I'm looking a little more bullish for this holiday week. Have I seen us absolutely get slammed down for Thanksgiving half day before Thanksgiving? Absolutely. So I've seen where the opposite happens. However, a general rule of thumb, lower volume weeks, holiday weeks tend to be a little more bullish. Is that tradable? Not really. It just lets you know, maybe not get overly bearish unless you see all sectors at the low of day at the same time. All right. So this morning we broke yesterday's low by $2. That is not a bear break. It is not a bear break. And I posted it in the chat. If you were able to grab that, ES testing, wait, where did that go? Right here, testing yesterday's low right here. And we're up $11 from that point. So if you traded that with ES futures, you're up about $350. So, got a pop in Rivian right there. Interesting. What's going on with the market? Market's not popping, but I'm calling this a daily double bottom. Daily double bottom. Actually, we can call this a daily triple bottom now on ES if we are to hold this morning's low. Now, lower lows without follow through. Look at that. We broke the low of last week's candle, 5510. We broke it yesterday. We broke it again this morning by $2. No follow through. What do we start looking for then? Potential bull flags. NASDAQ. We have an inside bar. We're still inside last week's range. Daily is holding up better than ES. We're holding the 12 EMA just fine. And we have a potential weekly bull flag. That's an interesting spike in Rivian. I don't know why I'm seeing that out the corner of my eye, but that's interesting. I don't know if they just had some data come out. So NASDAQ overall is bullish on the weekly chart. But let's go back to our table. On our table, we're still looking a little more bearish than bullish, but we had some, like the daily trend is a push because we're in an equilibrium. We have no big bullish patterns unless you include the weekly potential bull flag. So we did have some that weren't quite as convincing. Dollar and VIX is definitely in favor of the market bears in short term. Let's take a look at the Russell. The Russell has a very clear weekly EQ, higher high, lower low, lower high, higher low, below the weekly 200 MA. What's causing this indigestion for Russell? The daily 50 MA continues to reject. We do have a daily squeeze on the Russell. The Russell is very, I'm trying to choose my words carefully. It definitely has two personalities. It can pop up and open and then give it back all day. Tesla tends to do that as well. So the Russell's trying to change its tune right now. We have enough room for a 15-minute high or low on the Russell. Let's see if the Russell can get going. That would be an amazing turnaround. Yeah, the Russell's really got a good bounce going today. Look at that lower wick of bulls buying the dip. Let's see what they can get going. Can we break this resistance of 204.820? We just did by by 30 cents. We need more convincing bull break. Dow. Hey, Bennett. You got a Meemaw, Austin? See, this is your first time here and we're already BFFs. Are you the one that said it's your first time here? I can't remember. No, Juan is new here. Someone else said they're new here. That's awesome. I had the best Meemaw on earth. All right. So the Dow on the daily, we're holding the 50 MA, support 39284, daily squeeze. 4 hour has a high compression squeeze. I did not make note of this in my earlier analysis. I did not notice this high compression squeeze on the Dow. And squeezes are a directionless indicator. It just means if you have a break, you're more likely to have nice follow through and volatility. So let's see if the bulls can hold this 4 hour double bottom at 39344 and 39338 and get anything going here. That's very interesting. We love high compression squeezes, don't we? Who got Mara yesterday based on the Queen of the Mountain? Potential 4 hour bull flag right now. And it was a Queen of the Mountain trade yesterday due to Bitcoin bullishness, Friday's relative strength, and that high compression squeeze. Look how we resolved out of that high compression squeeze. It was beautiful. Put a 1 in chat if you got a Queen of the Mountain trade yesterday, if you got Mara. Okay, so look at this daily 4 hour squeeze, daily high compression squeeze. Now look at the Dow. Look at that high compression squeeze. So we could get some good follow through out of the Dow. I don't normally trade the Dow, but I may today. We'll see. VIX, we're looking for a 4 hour lower high. I did have it checked off as the bears were in control because we're maintaining these hourly EMAs. However, we are looking for a 4 hour lower high. And that could behoove the market bulls if it were to fail, get a 4 hour lower high and then tighten up. Hang Seng was green overnight. DAX is pretty big in red, down 1.11%. Bitcoin is slightly red with a 4 hour EQ. EQ just means equilibrium. And if we're counting that 63752 as a double top, it only broke by $50. That's not a lot on a $63,000 instrument. So I'm counting this as an EQ. Yeah, and then we broke support by it a little bit. Yes, ma'am. First time, Austin. See, now we're best friends. Now you're stuck. You have to be here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, thanks, Ted. I appreciate that. I knew that. I saw that they were doing delivery numbers. Yesterday, I saw a headline for Tesla and Rivian that the delivery numbers were coming out, and I forgot. Thank you so much. Okay, so on Bitcoin, a daily lower high is the more likely scenario. We've made enough room for a daily higher low. Now, can we get back over these key hourly EMAs is the question. Ethereum is testing the hourly EMAs as well. And we have a nice EQ, higher high, lower low, lower high, higher low, and we're tightening up here with a squeeze. Thanks, Felix. Again, it's not very nice when you do multiple emojis, the Nightbot thingy. Sorry about that. Why do I watch Hang Seng movement? Because I sometimes trade Baba, PDD, or Baidu, and I just want to know if they're down 2-3% and I'm trading Neo, I need to know that. But it's a very, very low correlation on my scale here. If you look, Hang Seng is just a 5, DAX 5.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. I don't more heavily weight those. I do just eyeball, just glance at them. All right, the dollar is coming down finally. That could be a tailwind for market bulls and equities. Big upper wick of profit taking here on the daily candle so far, but we have a lot of hours before that gets closed. On the next push up, I would be looking for an hourly lower high due to the size of this pullback. Okay, gold is bouncing on this dollar pullback. Dollar has been a problem for gold, and we now have a quad bottom on the weekly on gold. If you're a gold bull, you're super frustrated, waiting not so patiently for this monthly higher low, and the gold bulls have just not been able to get their life together. So we need a lower high, higher low, and let's start changing some trends on the hourly or 4-hour chart. Gold bulls, can you, pretty please? No, I have no gold position. I have a lot of people that ask me about it, and I get frustrated with that chart. Oil has been on fire. We have API estimates after hours tomorrow. We have a resistance over here, 84.75. We had 84.30 this morning. Let me tighten that up and see if I can get that a little cleaner. Okay, yeah, on the 2-week, we have an equilibrium on oil. We're looking for a potential 2-week lower high compared to 86.24. Bulls are showing no appetite to put that lower high in. They are on fire. Yeah, oil bulls are absolutely on fire. And they can go much higher than you expect. Commodities tend to trade to the extremes when they're running hard or falling hard. So don't try to front run any type of short on oil. Be careful doing that because oil will punish you. I have no trade on that gas. It is in the turlet. All right, Apple. Apple has plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low compared to yesterday's low. And this is important information going forward. So we have plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low. I don't see bulls completely rolling over and giving up 211.92 yesterday's low. So bulls will be looking for a potential long entry today. Right now we have an hourly EQ, higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low compared to 215. So I like a long compared to 2, as long as 215 holds and the low of pre-market holds on ES. Amazon got smacked down. It was attempting some type of gap up. Was that for real or just broker open? That was for real. Okay, they're attempting some type of gap up and they're rejecting right now, but this chart is super healthy. Yeah, super healthy. Plenty of room for hourly higher low, which is likely set now in pre-market. But if we want to look at regular trading hours, plenty of room for that 4-hour higher low compared to yesterday's low, 192.82. One of my biggest pet peeves, and no one asked me, but one of my biggest pet peeves is when people say, so-and-so has a date with, like, Tesla has a date with $200. And in my head right then, I'm like, Amazon has a date with $200. But I don't like to project and predict like that. I just want to trade price action, so I have to catch myself. So if you find your thoughts kind of drifting off and predicting and projecting what you think is going to happen versus just trading pure price action, catch yourself and reel yourself back in. Nvidia has plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low compared to yesterday's low of 118.83. We have a 4-hour squeeze. Nvidia looks good. We have this double bottom now here in the 118s, and we still have a potential weekly bull flag. Okay, we don't have earnings for about 45 days, so that's good. So potential weekly bull flag on Nvidia. I don't know that I'd be overly bearish Nvidia right here, right now, with this double bottom holding at the daily 26 EMA. Tesla had bearish delivery numbers this morning. However, they have plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low compared to yesterday's low of 285. So after a big 6% move, we could be looking for a back burner trade this morning. Now they do have news, so RSI can get a little more extended than normal. So absolutely Tesla could be looking for, let's see, about a 30-minute. Maybe a 30-minute oversold conditions during regular trading hours. All right, for the queen of the mountain trade, CRM. Dang you, it's already gapping down. Okay, I like CRM short a lot. I like it a lot. I saw news that the board did not approve the executive's pay package. Yet they reject the CEO compensation plan. And that's a little bearish overhang. But forget the news. That's what made me go look at the chart. The news made me go look at the chart, but the chart is what's making me look for the short, because we have a double top, 259.48, 260.18 here at the daily 200 MA and the 50 MA. Yes, please. Yes, we're in gap fill territory. I need to be aware of that. So we have no immediate overhead resistance besides yesterday's high and Friday's high. But give me a bounce to short, and that's why you see CRM right there. It's in the number one spot for me today to watch for a day trade. Netflix. What the heck was I doing here? Well, I was on... Oh. Just a second. My charts got out of order, and I have 5 minutes. I need to speed up. So Austin, I go through about 25 charts in 25 minutes, at least 25 charts. So I go fast. If you need to go put it on slower in order to slow it down, because my accent is not the easiest to understand sometimes. So Netflix. All right, Netflix has a potential weekly bull flag. You would take this chart home to mama. This is beautiful. Daily, we have a double bottom. 663.78, 662.30 daily EQ. Hourly chart bounced enough for a potential hourly higher low. Did the broker open mess up my inverse head and shoulders? No. It looks fine. So potential hourly inverse head and shoulders, looking for this daily double bottom to hold in a potential weekly bull flag pattern. I like Netflix to the long side. Tan. Okay, now when we talk about asymmetric risk to reward, I can't get any clearer than this. This is perfection as far as asymmetric risk to reward, meaning we are only 17 cents above weekly support. If you enter long right here, right now, put your stop around 38.75, you're risking a quarter for a potential $4 to $5 bounce. Who knows? Let's see. What would be a bear flag? To 43.26. So we could be risking a quarter to possibly get $4. That is a 1 to 16 risk to reward. Now you have a high probability of getting stopped out because of the bear momentum. However, if your risk to reward is that skewed to the reward over time, if you take trades like that, even if you get stopped out 65-70% of the time, overall you should remain profitable in your trading career taking trades like this. So overall, tan 38.83 approaching weekly support, high probability of getting stopped out. However, the asymmetric risk to reward, I believe, supports the trade idea. Weekly lower high, the more likely scenario on XLE. And for those of you who traded it last week with a banger trade, this one isn't as clear as that one we had last week. Y'all remember this one last Wednesday? We did a triple top fish setup on XLE here at the daily 50 MA. We're still struggling up here at the daily 50 MA, and oil is on fire. So this one definitely isn't as clean as our last one, but I like a top fish against 92.18. Looking for the weekly lower high with the daily 50 MA overhead. All right, and then finally XLV. Okay, never mind. XLV just confirmed the hourly bear flag. Oh, and that's telling me I need to wrap up and go start the stream for TCG. So XLV, I think you could look for reverse backburners to potentially short on XLV. It has a pretty bearish setup with that daily double top. Hey, Austin, I learned from the chart guys. So I joined chart guys 7.5 years ago. I traded by myself for a year, and I learned in the chart guys. Dan, Charting Man Dan was my mentor, and I worked my way up learning, and I learned from the absolute best. So that's how I learned. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button, folks. Go give me a follow on Twitter. And Dan has a webinar tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern, I believe. 1 second, let me find it. I'm going to find it. So Dan has a webinar tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern. Dan's secret tool for trading success. How he used mushrooms and cannabis and how it made him a better trader. Yes, it's true. This man is the bomb. So if you want to watch him tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern, the link is in chat right now. All right. Thank you, and use stop losses.